Oh, you are not going to like this. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and today I'm going to share an observation that one of you made a little while ago. And I guarantee you are not going to want to hear this, but I promise, if you internalize it the right way, it will make your military transition or your retirement much smoother and more natural. The observation is that once you retire, the Army doesn't give a shit about you. Now, don't get me wrong. Those of you who have listened to me for a long time know that I'm a pragmatist. While I have a positive view of the future, I'm also completely clear-eyed about the fact that Murphy's Law is always in effect. That little SOB loves nothing better than to find ways to trip us up. And so it goes with this simple observation. Once you're out, they don't care about you. There are dozens of military transition decisions that you're going to have to make after you're out, and you have to do it completely on your own. Getting your retired ID, enrolling in TRICARE, getting vision and dental insurance, making sure that your state and federal withholding is correct, making changes to your survivor benefit program, getting a copy of your DD-214, heck, even just getting a copy of your W-2 from your final year of service. All these things that you would think would be simple and almost spoon-fed to you as part of the transition process, well, it's not simple, because once you're out, they do not care about you. I cannot begin to tell you the number of people I've had to help who started out with some simple and routine question, and they just reached out to HRC or DFAS or some other DoD agency. And what they got back was a form letter that basically said, "Thank you for your interest in national security. Have you considered Googling it?" And that is where the first step of internalizing the concept that they don't give a shit about you can actually help make your transition smoother. Nobody is going to help you with your transition process. You have to build your own transition plan, and you have to execute it by yourself. You should expect that whenever you need help, you ain't going to get it. All that mental toughness and perseverance that you had to develop to slog your way through a military career, well, you're going to have to tap into it in order to navigate your post-military entitlements and benefits and obligations. Taken from that point of view, whenever you run into the inevitable barrier, well, you're not surprised and you are prepared to overcome it. But there is an even more important implication for you, and in fact all of us, that this observation has on the military transition. You are going to hear lots of people who recommend that you develop a network of other military retirees and veterans in order to get support. And that is 100% true. You need to find your new band of brothers who are going to help you navigate this experience. In fact, it's probably not a bad idea to start making those kinds of connections on LinkedIn long before you actually transition out of the service. And as you make these connections, bear in mind that you have a personal obligation to the rest of this community. I like to think of it as Scouts Out. Each and every one of us, as we navigate our way through the maze, we're collecting information about the current state of things, the lay of the land. And from time to time, we are going to have the experience of finding someone who is lost in the labyrinth, confused and wandering aimlessly. Not only should we be prepared to share what we know, but we should also be ready to take them by the hand and lead them forward. And so, taken from that point of view, this observation that once you retire, they don't give a shit about you, well, it helps remind us that once we do retire, you've got to go out and you've got to find the community of people who do care about you. We have to become that community. And now might be a good time to say that as much as I appreciate the kind words and the encouragement about these videos, what I really appreciate is the countless number of people who've warned me about trips or traps, or they've told me about changes so that my own experience can be that much better. And now, if you want to see one of my biggest regrets about something I didn't really understand as I started my retirement process, watch this video.